Honda quit making lawnmowers back in 2023, so when I saw this brand new Honda HRN216VKA still in the box on Facebook Marketplace, I had to grab it. I'm gonna unbox it, fully assemble it, review it, and then do something with it at the end. Hey guys and gals, welcome to Garage Gear. I'm JB. Will this be the last Honda mower that I ever unbox in this garage? I keep saying that, but I don't know. So I had to drive about 30 miles to pick this mower up, and the gentleman that was selling this mower told me that he previously had a much older Honda mower and the wheels were literally ready to fall off. So he bought this in preparation of basically having a new mower on standby. Then he got busy with life and ended up having a couple of kids and hired a landscaping company to come and cut his lawn, so he never ended up unboxing this mower. So he put it up for sale and I was lucky enough to grab it. Now before we dive in here, the first thing that I looked for, and I encourage you to do the same if you come across a boxed Honda like this, is to check for a green or blue dot somewhere on the sides of the box. That stands for a repair done to the camshaft, because the later models of the Honda HRN and HRX mowers had issues with their camshaft seizing up. The green or blue dot represents that the repair was complete and that the mower is good to go. I did a whole video on how to check for that green or blue dot and what to look for in terms of serial numbers. If you want to check out that video, I'll have it linked down below in the description. There's no green or blue dots on this box, so that means this is pre-camshaft recalls. I then went ahead and typed in the serial number here on the box on the Honda website, and no recalls. That means this mower is as right as rain. Yeah. That being said, let's go. All right, let's get in it. It still smells like a Honda. Now I did previously open this up to see if everything was still packaged nicely, and it was. Check this out, here's our bag. Here is our bag frame. Here we go. I actually had a neighbor throw one of these out because he thought it was just something to support the box. And then he's like, well, how does this bag hang on the back of the mower? And it's just dangling because it had no frame. He threw it out. So don't throw this away. Okay. We have our owner's manual and our oil, which is 10W30. Lift these handlebars up. Get that out. Pull that off. Look at that in there. This thing is looking prettier and prettier by the second. So I think at this point, we just gotta cut the box and roll it on out. Let's see if we can just pull it on down. Yep, there we go. This guy down and out. And ta-da! Out she comes. Let's get this cardboard off. Something up here. Come on. There we go. And this guy. This thing's got some lube all over it. Wonder what that's all about. Okay, let's swing these handlebars back. I have to pull up on this rope a little bit here. There we go. Good. Set it right about there. Right about there. That looks like a good height. Now these height adjusters go from 1 to 4 inches. We're gonna set it about halfway at 2.5 in the front and 2.5 in the back. Get this chemical warning tag off of here. Fine, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. And then, look at that. Now we gotta take the bag and get it on the frame. First up, this bag is inside out, so we're just gonna flip this. Good. And then from here, we're just gonna slide it up and in. Come on, dog. This bag's a little tight to go on. Must have shrank in the box. I like to get the top and bottom on first, and the sides kind of just follow along with it. Tell you what, these bags are very tight to the frame. Get your butt on there. There we go. Good, and good, and done. Check out that brand new Honda mower bag. Okay, now let's get it on the mower. Boom. Look at that. That is beautiful. Uh-oh. I do notice one little ding right here. It could have been just bumped around in shipping. That's not going to affect the performance or anything, just a little dent right there. All in all, the rest of the deck looks fine. This mower is now fully out of the box, and to help this video get out of the box with YouTube algorithm, would you mind hitting that like button? Thank you very much. All right, now we are going to fully set this thing up. Now the first order of business is this whole bottle, 12 fluid ounces of 10W30 oil is going in. Going in. I'm just gonna stick it there. I want every drop out of that bottle in there. That'll do. And dipstick goes back in. Now I think a mower like this that's brand new, out of the box, kind of vintage at this point, deserves an hour meter to be put on it. Pretty simple. This is gonna track every waking second that mower runs. We're gonna install it. I got a big gap underneath here where the screws will fit nicely. I'm gonna put it right over on top of this fuel shutoff valve sticker. I don't wanna hide that, but I don't really have much of a choice. Pop this cover off. There it is. And there's one on this side too. Get it off there. Good. Mounting her right on. Come on, find the hole. There it is. We slip this wire right through. Duct tape that wire up underneath. I'm going to wrap it around the spark plug wire 5 times. This way it can read the current accurately. That will do. And then I'm just going to pack the wire up underneath the cover. And I'm going to do it on the side away from the exhaust so it doesn't get hot. Good. Just reinstall that cover. That looks excellent. And while we got the mower up here, I'm also going to grease the wheels. That'll do. All right, let's get it nice and goopy. Hit this with a quick shot of fluid film so it doesn't rust. And our wheel goes right back on. Now the back. Off it comes. Get a little grease in there. A little bit of grease on the shaft. And a quick shot of fluid film. Protect the metal. Cover goes back in place. I understand why these covers never go back on so easy. Oh, that little slot. That's why. There we go. Now it's better. Wheel goes back in place. Get your lug nut back on. Done. Going up. Wheel off. There's a tiny bit of grease originally on there, but not much. Quick shot of fluid film. And done. Wheel off. Now the back. Pop that off. Move up that gear. This back gear has some grease already on it, which is nice. They don't ship them dry. They actually have some on there. We'll do a little bit on the shaft right there. Good. Coat it with fluid film. Cover back on. Wheel back on. Bolt it down. Now we're just gonna drop it like it's hot. Let's get some gas in it. This is ethanol free. Ethanol free is the way to be. That will do. All right, so this baby now has oil in it. It's greased up on the wheels, and it has an hour meter, so if you're ready, I'm ready, let's go fire it up. Okay, time to start that 30-minute engine break-in. Cinch these handlebars up. Ah! First pull out of the box. That's a Honda for you. Timer's running, 30 minutes on the clock. This thing rolls so incredibly smooth. It's amazing. Don't want to bump into the truck. Let's give it a little go. There she goes. How about that? So now I noticed that sometimes right out of the box, these mowers, when you push down on the lever, you have to push it way, way down in order for it to get going. So what I'm going to do is just make a quick adjustment here to the drive system. This is going to adjust the cable. And all I'm going to do is use a 10mm wrench and just thread this down about 2 threads. You don't want to go crazy, just a little bit. And then tighten up that nut. That should do. And now, boom. It's got a lot more pep in its step. As soon as I push it down a little bit, it takes off. Perfect. The hour meter's working. Done. That ran great. Okay, we're gonna change that oil now. Let's get this baby tipped over. And there we go. It's not too dirty yet. There we go. That's actually better than I've seen them in the past. Not too shabby. And one little trick I like to do is tip them up. Notice a little bit more pours out. Tip them back down. Give it one more go. Yep, barfed out a little bit more there. Let's see if we can get just a pinch more out. Yep, just a little bit. Sometimes you gotta rock the boat to get it out. That looks to be about it. Okay, let's get it back up. That oil is actually not that bad. There's just a little bit of a tinge in there. I've seen way worse. All right, let's get it back up on the lift. I'm done with bending down. All right, we're gonna fill it out with some 5W30 full synthetic. Going in. There we go. And then while we're waiting for that oil to make its way in, we're gonna take our good old friend fluid film and protect the deck. Get a little bit on the rag. There we go. We're just gonna wipe her down. You don't need much, just a little bit. Remember, thin winds, thick sticks. So a thin coat is all you need. Still hot. Whoops. Coat the edge here. This is definitely gonna make for one fantastic mow. Come around to this side. Look at that baby shine. Wipe these handlebars down too. Lots of love going to this machine. This mower may just last an eternity. Man, that thing looks better than a freshly waxed car. Check that out. Another 2 ounces of oil going in. All right, let's do a final dipstick check. Remember, you don't thread them in on these Hondas. Bang, right there. About 3/4 up on the dipstick. In the threads, perfect. Get that baby in. Done. All right, we got one last order of business. Take some paper towels, cover these belts up. Same thing back here. We're gonna take some WD-40 in my pressurized sprayer here and just protect any metal surfaces, just like that. And then we're gonna throw on some Modeck, and this will prevent any grass clippings from sticking. Done deal. All right, let's get those paper towels out of there. And that is one fully prepped mower. Let's give it a quick review. Right off the bat, this mower rides on a 3-in-1 steel deck. This mower can bag, mulch, and rear discharge with the simple flick of a lever. There's dual height adjustment on the deck, and it already has accurate height of cut measurements on the deck. Up top is a 170cc engine that will beat the pants off of any Briggs & Stratton engine made today. There's a fuel shutoff valve, a large clickable gas cap, and the red cover on the top fully covers the recoil. In my experience, these mowers typically start up in about 1 to 3 pulls, and what's beautiful is you see a metal carburetor. You normally don't see these on engines today. They're all plastic. Unless you go commercial grade, everything's plastic. This engine is cranking not 1, but 2 blades underneath. This is their micro-cut system, and as we look underneath, we also see a metal transmission. So many mowers nowadays that you see at big box stores have, you guessed it, plastic transmissions. And what do we also have in the rear? A rubber drag flap. Now this is rear-wheel drive, self-propelled with 8-inch by 2-inch wheels in the rear, as well as in the front. There's 2 handlebar height adjustment settings, high and low. And up top at your dashboard, you have your engine control bale, as well as your smart drive system. The harder you push the pedals down with your thumbs, the faster you go. You can adjust it, it's simple, and it just works. Now here's what I like on these HRN models. The cut quality is outstanding. Gonna lay down some nice stripes for you. You can easily have one of the best lawns on the block with a budget Honda mower like this. The engine is incredibly fuel efficient. To put it in perspective, I just did a video on the Toro Recycler Max, which has a 163cc engine up top. And by the time I'm finishing the last or maybe the second last pass on my lawn, I'm out of gas. That's 163 cc's. This mower is slightly more powerful at 170 cc's. And when I mow my lawn with this mower, I still have a quarter to a third of a tank left in it. So this engine is more powerful, yet more fuel efficient. Now some may say, well, how can that be? Well, it's all in how they're tuned. And this mower is pretty lightweight at about 102 pounds, so it's not gonna beat you up. Now there's really not much that grinds my gears with these mowers, but that lightweight that I mentioned earlier can also be this mower's Achilles heel. This mower can easily bounce around if your lawn is rough. Also, the handlebar locks over time, we're talking like 10 years of use, can get worn out and break. A simple bolt from a hardware store will be a quick fix for that. The auto choke actuators on these mowers can also become an issue. Not to worry, they're about a $10 part and a 10-minute fix if they do fail on you. They're located right behind the carburetor. Also, the belt underneath the deck is a little bit exposed, so you definitely want to avoid mowing over large branches and things like that. Overall, this mower is like the Honda Civic of Honda mowers. They're reliable, durable, you can put a lot of miles on them, they're economical, they sip gas, and when they came out, they were relatively affordable, priced comparably to a lot of other models out there in the big box stores. Simply put, this is a mower that just gets it done. And when you look at how long these mowers last, based on what you paid, they're an exceptional value. If you run these mowers on ethanol-free fuel or stabilized fuel and change the oil at least once a season, you can expect for this mower to last a really long time. Now, Honda built their excellent reputation on their gas mower line. And then they decided to go all in on battery in 2023, so they quit making them. This is a classic case in business of not knowing your customer and chasing money, because those new battery mowers cost a fortune. And let's be honest, their stated run times are pretty pathetic. What Honda should have done is kept their gas mower lineup and then slowly introduced their new battery lineup. This way, if people wanted that option, they have it. You ask me, that's the right way to do it. Let me know down below in the comments if you agree or disagree. And if you have one of those battery power Honda mowers, please let the Garage Gear community know how it's performing for you. Now, what's the plan for this mower? Well, this mower is immediately going up for sale. I have so many subscribers asking me specifically about these gas mowers, hardly any about the battery mowers. What's that say? So as of the posting of this video, this mower is already up for sale, and I don't expect it to be around for very long. Honda mowers in general sell really well, and if they're well kept and you find one on Facebook Marketplace, you better pick it up fast because it's not gonna be on there for very long. Now, should I keep this mower? Well, I'd love to, but I already have a Honda mower, and I'm happy to pass this one on down the road. And if your Honda mower needs a tune-up, be sure to check out this video, link down below in the description. If you want to be part of the tribe, subscribe, and for more cool Garage Gear content, click or tap the screen right here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the garage.